Hey, baby. I hope this evening finds you well. This is Santa Butthead. Oh, not really, but I couldn't resist opening with that line. I just love that. If you're wondering, look for the trash. I just love that Beavis and Butthead special. Beavis is a reindeer. Butthead, thing's got a cutting into my mouth. Shut up, dumbass. Now, I'd like to wish all of you out there, all my subscribers, everyone out on YouTube, a Merry Christmas. I hope all of you guys are having a Merry Christmas. You know, Efree, Mike, Matt, Michael King, Joe, Eddie, Valadia. I hope all of you are having a Merry Christmas. Happy Hanukkah, Merry Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you guys have a good holiday. As you can tell from it, it's a Christmas vlog, and as I record this, it's almost 8:30 in the morning, and everyone's opened their presents, and that's basically what this vlog is, show what I got. But first I'm going to start with some stuff I got from that thrift store the other day. There's going to be a little bit of mild yelling at the end. When you get to it, you know why, but let's just say, now I know how Matt felt that one time he bought that one VHS from the pawn shop. If you guys remember that, you should know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm going to start with the two VHSs in the bigger cases, you know, the plastic ones. Now, this first one is a movie I haven't seen in years, but I'll probably give it a watch before the end of the month, and I'll probably do a review. I know it's going to be post-Christmas, but still, it's for the season. This is a remake, and it was done by 20th Century Fox. Now, I haven't seen the original, but I remember loving this film as a kid, and ironically, it was, I believe, at least produced. I'm checking to see if he had any other involvement. Yeah, he actually helped write the screenplay as well. It was written and produced by John Hughes. That, of course, is A Miracle on 34th Street. Got this for $1 at that thrift store, because those ones were $1. Now, this next one is one I had this as a kid, but for some reason the VHS copy did not have the tab pulled out, so one day it accidentally got taped over at the end, so I had to get rid of the VHS. Or I just taped over it like normal, but this was the first musical play I actually saw. I had seen musical movies, but this is the first play I was introduced to, and even now this is one of my favorite musical plays. And this is the original version of it, not when it was first performed, but with most of the original actors who were in this version of the play. And I'm glad I was able to find this. The moment I saw this, I had to go yoink. Anyway, it is the Good Times Platinum Series early 90s, late 80s VHS release of Peter Pan. I might do a review of this play one day. Now to the normal VHSs. These I got on 2 separate visits, and these are all 50 cents each. That's the reason I like that thrift store better, because they don't gyp you on the VHSs. Now, the first one. Doko-sang, Mr. Kindle, where's the bathroom? There is no bathroom! Kindergarten Cop. I love that movie. Now I'm glad at least I got it in my collection normally. Now this next one, I haven't seen the movie all the way through, but I've seen most of it, and I can't wait to watch it all the way through, now that I got it. I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! That's right, A Few Good Men. He's looking for a few good men. Now this next movie, I've only seen bits and pieces of it. I know it's historical fiction, even though its tagline is a comedy about the greatest love story almost never told. It won 7 Academy Awards, so this is probably a film you'll see me review around this year's Oscar reviews. It, of course, is Shakespeare in Love. Ironically, when I got this, it was open, but the shrink wrap was still on the majority of the case. That's why I checked to make sure it wasn't new first. Then again, it probably has only been watched once or twice, if not at all, so that's a good find. Now, this next movie recently is getting another sequel, but I have not seen any films in this series, so I decided I'm going to wait for VHS on that one, or DVD on that one, excuse me. Because I don't want to go see it and be like, okay, I don't understand some of the stuff. Because I hate seeing a sequel like that and not understand the stuff. Anyway, it is, of course, dun 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 na 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 Mission Impossible. Now, this next one is a movie I've seen the beginning of, and I did see a movie in Cinemas Literature years ago that parodied it. And of course, it probably made fun of the best and one of my favorite lines from The Mask. No, it wasn't me! It was the one-armed man! That's right, the fugitive. It was the one-armed man. Where's my family? You know, I did have to say that. I did have to say that. That's a Robot Chicken joke if I remember right. Now this next movie, I love this entry in the series, and I haven't seen the third one in a long time since I saw it before I saw the first two in their entirety. So I don't know if that. I know that film I'm probably gonna do some mild ranting on when I get to watching it again, but this film is still a great film to watch. Even how many years ago? Even 10 years later, it's still fun to watch. And this series is a good example, as how Matt put it, that ego sometimes can kill a film series. And that, of course, is Rush Hour. Fastest hands east meet the biggest mouth in the west. Good combination. And now this is the one where I'm going to do mild ranting on. And it's kind of for good reason, partially because of how it was. Now, when I first saw this case, I snatched it up because I was excited. I've heard Matt say good things about this movie and ran on the sequel, so I'm like, I like this series a little bit. I'm not a major fan because I haven't seen all of them, but I like enough of them to pick this up. Okay, you see, that's X-Files. I get home, I want to pop in the movie, read that. Legends of the Fall. Wrong movie. So, either they put it in the wrong case intentionally, if that case they're douches, but 50 cents, so I didn't get gypped that much, or whoever they got it from did this and just forgot to mention it. I know next time I go, I saw another X-Files thing there, so I'm going to check to see if it's actually that one or if it's this movie. If it is, I'm going to get it and then put this in that case. But like I said earlier, now I know how Matt felt, but his is a bigger one because it's actually, I don't know, which one would be bigger, a bootleg copy of the movie where it looks like it was taped through a video recorder, or the wrong movies. It's hard to tell, but they both gypped. But he got gypped $1, if I remember right. It's 50 cents. And anyway, it's a movie. The movie I got, Legends of the Fall, is one I've been wanting to see anyway, so I can't really complain a lot. But it's not the movie I wanted. You tell I'm controlling my anger because it's Christmas. I don't want to yell on Christmas. Now we come to my Christmas gifts. First, I'm going to do the gift cards. Now, this is a gift card I got in my stocking. It's one that I know I'm going to be able to use, especially with another gift I got. It is a $25 gift card for iTunes. The only other gift card I got is a $10 one for GameStop. And yes, my brother did do this joke. Yes, he did do that joke. Yes, he went there. He doesn't go there a lot, but he does. And hold on, my phone. Oh, Jeff said shut up. Now, the reason I said that iTunes gift card was going to be a big help, because this is a gift I opened last night. Yes, we open one gift on Christmas Eve, usually in our family. And this is the one that I was allowed to open. It is an iPod Touch. I was actually I was very surprised, considering what else I got over there, that I got this, but that's nice. I've been wanting to get another iPod for a while. It's an 8 gig only, but still, I'll just put the music I know I listen to. Already I've put like 4 gigs on it of the 6.5 that it can hold because of the apps. It's 8, but that's the one thing I don't like. They say it's a certain amount of gigs and then it's down some. This is 8, so shouldn't it be like 7.5 usable, not 6.5? That's kind of a little jip, but still, I can't really complain. This is just for music and stuff. I'm still going to use the PSP memory card for like all my music library. If you know I'm going on a long trip and I want the library. This is probably just going to be for like listening to, chilling on the bed, listening, the gym and stuff like that. And it goes on the internet too, so if I'm on the bus and I want to search the internet, let's just see what's Matt is uploaded, let's see what Mike's uploaded, stuff like that. That's cool. So, with that iTunes gift card, I'm going to be getting some music. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier. Now, these were not directly a gift from Christmas, but they were, because when my uncles came over, well, from my Uncle Rusty, this is what we got me and Kyle each got this from our Uncle Rusty. Let me pull it down. I've already used half of it, but still. It's a $10 Starbucks gift card. With mine, I got one of the Christmas ones. It was okay. It probably would have been better in a shorter one. Now, these were not directly gifts, but they were basically paid for as gifts because our grandfather, Grandpa Norm, gave us $10, and our Uncle Wayne gave us crisp, brand new $5 bills to add up to 25. You can tell they were new. And one of the things, I forget who said it, but one of my cousins said, "Uncle Wayne, did you print these?" Because that's how new they were, and you can smell the ink still. You can smell the fresh ink. And you can do another way besides just how they looked. Obviously, you could tell they were brand new is if you looked at the serial numbers, they were matching up. But these games are basically paid for by him. Now, of course, when I bought these, it was buy two get one free, so that's the reason I couldn't resist. Now, all three of these games I've been wanting to get. Now, the first one I got for 13 bucks, pre-owned still, but it's a Final Fantasy game, that's why it's that much. Ironically, it's more expensive than Final Fantasy 13, but then again, Final Fantasy 13, when the next system comes out, might be a little bit more. It is Dirge of Cerberus, Final Fantasy 7. Can't wait to play this game. Now, this next one is a game I've been wanting to get for a while, and since I saw this version of it, I could not resist because it's technically 3 games in one. Metal Gear Solid 3 Substance. It has all of Metal Gear Solid with some bonuses like the versus apes thing, and of course that Metal Gear Online thing, which I don't think works anymore. And it has 2 bonus games: the original version of Metal Gear, not the Nintendo version, the original version, and the original version of Metal Gear Solid 2. The Japanese version just translated, so I'm stoked. And then, of course, this game was the cheapest of the bunch, so this was the free one, which is kind of sad, considering this is the only PS3 one I got. But I've been wanting to get this. The reason it was so cheap is because critics have been bashing it. Now, I haven't played the game, but this is probably a case where the critics bashing it, all their hatred for it, it's stupid. It's basically like, I guess you could say it's like, to games this year what The Expendables was to movies last year. Very fun to play, but a lot of the highbrow people bashed it. And that, of course, is 13 years. About damn time. Duke Nukem. Now, I've never played any of the other Duke Nukem games. Yes, I know. Guilty. But just from what it's been described by Jeff and some other people, it sounds like it'd be a fun game to play. Maybe one day I'll do a walkthrough of it. I know that Michael King talked about doing it. I hope, if you're watching this, Michael, when you're done uploading the classic Resident Evil stuff, I'd really like to see you do it. Because I bet you'd be fun to hear you comment on stuff like, especially the Halo reference. Power armors for pussies. Yeah, that's right. He'd probably show up in Aliens and outshow all the Marines. You don't need no armor like that, Marines. As in, like, Arnold shows up. Hey, Duke, you need help? No. Now down to the rest of today's Christmas haul. I'll start. Now, this is something I've been eating some hygiene products. I know. You know, as a kid, you get hygiene products, you're like, oh man, but as you get older, you appreciate it more. And of course, I got the Dark Temptation Axe set. I actually do like the chocolate axe smell. Comes with shower gel, dry, but both the dry rub-on spray and the spray, and then a little thing of shampoo and conditioner. And of course, that's not all of it. I got a bunch of other stuff. Like in here, I'm not going to pull everything out of this bag, because this is where all the stocking stuckers are, but I got stuff like bubble gum, got some more body spray and wash, got some M&Ms. I'm going to save these for a movie trip one day. Got 2 of these holiday things of gum, which I love. Got some more Axe. We did actually get coal in our stockings, but it's not the type of coal you'd think of. Good thing it wasn't Michael Cole. Some toothpaste. And that's about the majority of it. And we also got this, the Magic Bullet speakers. I can't wait to try this with my iPod. Now to my big gift. Of course, you guys know I mentioned this already, so it shouldn't be a surprise. My PS3. I am so happy now. I can watch Netflix on my TV now. I don't have to constantly sit at the computer, which makes me happy. And not only did I get that, but to go with it, I got a bonus controller. So now I got 2 controllers, and I got a bunch of games. This is a game my brother Joseph gave me, because he got Kyle L.A. Noire for the Xbox, because he got another Xbox. It's a long story, but basically, the one that he got in the trade, he got gypped in the trade. Most of the games don't work in the system. Basically, only good for what using on Netflix, because it doesn't want to work sometimes. But still, he got a new Xbox, so I was happy. The game I got This is one only on PlayStation. Joseph told me it was pretty good. It's basically at points like watching a movie, I guess. Heavy Rain. I look forward to playing this someday. This game is a game I borrowed from Jeff once, and I had fun with it. I loved it so much I bought the sequel when it first came out, and I loved it. Probably around the time Dark Knight Rises comes out, I'll do a let's play of one of them. Probably this one first. And of course is Batman Arkham Asylum, the Game of the Year edition. Now this is a game I've also heard good things about, and now I got it, so I'll just see how that fits. If it's just you know what, or if it's true. I believe Michael King did a let's play of this game once, or maybe the sequel, I forget. It of course is Dead Space. Now, if you guys remember a while ago, during my last trip to GameStop before this time, I got one of the games in this series, the third entry in this series. The fifth one comes out next year, but I couldn't resist getting this. Asking for this one. It of course is Soul Calibur 4. Yes, that's right. That's Darth Vader. Vader, Lord Darth Vader. So Lord Darth Vader. Vader von Vaderham. I'm the Death Star. On the Death Star. The Death Star. This is the Death Star. You're the Death Star. This is a star. This is the fucking star. I'm your boss. You're Mr. Stevens. Now, this next one. This would actually be another fun game if Michael King has it, to see him do a playthrough of, but my girlfriend Jennifer got the third game in this series for Christmas from her mother along with a PS3, so I got the first one. It is Fear, First Encounter Assault Recon. So I look forward to playing that. That's the one that most people seem to like, but then again, for me, it's a horror series. For me, as horror series go on, it's going to get harder to scare, so including more action doesn't bother me. That's the reason that Resident Evil 5 is not really much of a disappointment for me, especially since they introduced action elements in the fourth game. More horror there, but still. Now this next game, it's cheaper now than what it was when it got bought, because it was like 18 bucks, it says here when it got bought. Now it's 8 bucks. Now I even mentioned this when I was talking with the guys in the line, and he said it sucked, and I don't know, I hear there's a lot of hate for this game. My brother said he liked it. He just got rid of it because he didn't have time to finish it because of how large these games are. But most of the complaints I think stem from I hear that it has a non-explorer storyline. But I'll just see when I get around to playing it. I'll see if if that is a big deal for me or not. Might be because it's not like the other Final Fantasy games. But if the story and everything else works, it might not be a biggie for me. Might be just a little nitpick. Now this is the last game in this that I'm showing is one that I'll probably do a Let's Play of eventually. Now, I have to say, since it came out the same time, of course, that a mini-series that they did on the internet before this came out, which you guys already should know what it is from that. And from what I've seen, this is probably way better than that, but still, I still like the mini-series at points, you guys know. And it does look like either the game designers took, I'm guessing that they really took notes on how one character looks in it. I almost gave it away almost. And it's kind of fitting that I asked for this, considering this is one of the original video game was one of the first ones I played, and I actually have the sequel still. So I'm happy to have this game in my collection, pre-owned, but still a little bit cheaper. And I am going to buy some of the downloadable content eventually. And of course the game I'm talking about is Mortal Kombat! Yes, and I'm glad I got the PS3 version because I get to play as, let me angle it right, Kratos, the God of War. Gods of War, hear them coming. Can't resist putting in a Judas Priest reference. Anyway, my Christmas has been happy so far. Still I have to go back and forth between here and the kitchen while I'm cooking my beans up, but it's a good Christmas. And that's about the end for this vlog. That's all I can say. Like how many Christmas related reviews are left? I'm only probably going to do 2 more. I already got one planned, which if you guys are looking at my new user pick, you should already guess what film it is. Which I haven't watched it in a couple years in its entirety, so, but I know I still like it because of when I watched it, bits and pieces of it on TV. And then the other film I mentioned in this video. Other than that, you'll probably only see a couple reviews because there's a lot of films I have to watch before I do my lists. Which, by the way, I'm not doing my list until after the New Year. So you'll probably see the first of the top or worst movies on the 1st at the earliest, unless I decide to record them and upload one on the 31st later towards midnight maybe. But I don't know exactly what numbers are going to be. I know the top one's at least going to be 10, but the worst one will probably be 5, because I know they're films my friends, some of my friends hate, but I like them. But I do have problems with them, but not enough to actually put them on my worst. But there's a couple films I want to watch first before putting on it, because no one called me out on a couple of films I put on my worst list last year because I stated the reasons why. But I don't want people to try to call me out on one this year, especially since of an argument I got on my other page, which I don't want to get into in this video. I'll get into it in another video. Anyway, that's everything. Once again, I hope everyone has a Merry Christmas, and if I don't talk to you before the New Year, a Happy New Year.